What's up, gamers? This is HethatGamez, and today we're going to be reviewing Dragonball Gekishin Squadra. Now, this game was released September 10th, 2025, and at the time of the release, it had 22 playable characters. These characters you can get on the hero track, and they have added to its roster a brand new character. We'll talk about them later on in the video. But over here in the Heroes and Helpers tab, if you press and hold on a character that you own of your choice, you can go and customize them, look at their different details, but we're going to look at their skills. Now, some characters come with their own transformations at level 7. Not every character has a transformation, but every character does have a passive ability that allows them to affect themselves or the battlefield in some way, along with a base attack which you have access to at the beginning. You press and hold it, is either range or melee, and each character has 3 skills that are uniquely designed for that character themselves. I really love how the game developers really took the characters from the series and how they displayed themselves in the series. I really love how they took that in mind in designing these skills, along with the super attack, which is just this beautiful screen feeling graphical effect that your characters get access to as the battle progresses and you level up. Really beautiful there. Now let's talk about the summoning system. So in this game, the summons are primarily cosmetic, so you're going to get things like emotes, intros, outros, combo attacks, different things like the color variants of your different characters. That you get a lot of those in the common summons. I really enjoy that aspect of the summons. Overall I really like it when games allow really they detach a lot of the player power from the summoning aspect of the game itself. I really like it when gacha games do that. But that being said, moving on to the actual shop here, you can buy the characters outright. Of course, you will have to spend real money for that, but the initial 22 characters, you do not have to get any gems for them. You can get the hero selectors via leveling up, but here you can get the different skins. Speaking of that leveling up process, let's look at the hero level up system or your account level up system. Here you have different rewards from like hero selectors to different outros, intros, different capsule rewards, so you can summon different color variants of your favorite heroes. So the way you do it is you fight in a match, you get tokens, you come here into your Heroes and Helpers tab, you spend the zenny, you upgrade your hero, and it gives you a level again on the hero track, giving you that corresponding reward. So now let's look at the battle system. You have the technical, tank, and damage dealer. Technical are more trickster-ish. They deal a good amount of damage themselves, but they have some unique abilities. Tanks are those beefy. They might be CCing the team, taking those hits for the front line type of characters, and the damage dealers are the nukers, getting the KOs, doing the big damage. Now, when you come into a battle, you get Divine Draw. These are 2 random effects that are going to affect the battlefield. They're randomized every time you open up in the standard battle. Now you come in and you select a hero from the battle class that you picked prior to selecting start your battle, and then once you select your hero, you select your helper. Now if you remember to use the helper, that would be great. I always forget to use them. They give great buffs and debuffs on the battlefield, and man, when I tell you, they are huge, but you got to remember to use them. Speaking of the battlefield, this is where the game shines. It is some of the crispest, some of the coolest, some of the neatest combat that I have seen in gacha games, in arena style mobile games. This is a really good battle system. They put a lot of love into it. I can really respect what the developers are trying to do here. It really makes it feel like you're in some sort of tournament of power-ish type of arena for about 10-15 minutes maybe, and playing that character. So it really shines there. I really enjoy that aspect of it. But moving along from that battle system, let's talk about what's new. So the game has just released Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's a hybrid melee and range class, teleports all over the battlefield, really cool skills, very good damage on him as well. Really neat character, but he has 250 gems. 250 gems, and you get like 50 from the 2-month pass and 10 a week, so that's gonna take you a while to save up. and he is not on the hero track. They did not add him to the hero track. That is disappointing. That's disappointing. I really do hope that they change that aspect of the hero acquisition, because you want people to feel like they can work towards a goal, and in them achieving those goals, they then feel like, okay, I want to help this company continue on helping me achieve my goals. Let me help them achieve their goals. Let me donate to them. That's how you want it to feel, right? But let's go ahead and hop into the rating. Enough talk. 8 for creativity, right? Great character designs. I really wish we had some type of story system, some type of adventure system, some type of group play outside of the PvP combat, though the PvP is really good and the character diversity is great. So we're going to go ahead and give it a 9 for the combat, because they really hopped into the mind of each character. They're really trying to get you to feel like you're playing each character in the arena when you're going up against your opponents. But to get each character, that cash system is going to get a 5. It's just not great that you have to work for so long for so little reward unless you have money, right? That's not great for the long-term longevity and overall perception of the game. I really think that should be looked at. But and add in some new content, add in some limited content, add in some story mode, some adventures, but adding all of our scores together and dividing them, right? We're gonna go ahead and give the game a 7.3. A 7.3 is where we're closing out with the score of the game, right? It has great combat system, an amazing combat system, truly. Some great creativity with how it wants to bring in different characters of the series. However, it falls short when it comes to that cash system, when it comes to how you can get the characters, how you can collect them in the long run. It's just not a great system for how they want you to spend time in the game and what you're spending your time on. But with that being said, drop a comment, like, share, subscribe, tell me anything that you that you liked about the review, and then let me know if there's a game that you like for me to share my opinion on in the comment section. I really appreciate you coming in and watching and giving me your time, and until next time, this is HethatGamez, and I'm offline.